Now we are going to discuss about the main provisions of the Regulating Act. Okay, so see. Main provisions of the Regulating Act. See, Regulating Act. This act was the first step taken by the British Parliament to control and regulate the affairs of East India Company. Okay, first step by British Parliament to control and regulate the affairs of the company in India. Okay. It also recognized means Parliament recognized. It also recognized means Parliament also recognized. It also recognized the administration. It also recognized the company as an administrative as well as political power in India. It also laid for the establishment of central governance See, this act means the Regulating Act laid the establishment for the central administration and central governance in the country. Okay. See, now I am going to discuss some more points. See, this act made the Governor of Bengal as the Governor General of British India. Okay. When I speak about the British India, it means the territories of Bengal, Bihar and Orissa. Okay. So, it made the Governor of Bengal as the Governor General of Bengal and the presidencies of Bombay and Madras was made subordinate to it. Okay. At the time when Regulating Act was being passed, okay, there were three major presidencies in India. Okay, Bengal, Bombay, and Madras. Okay, so the governor of Bengal was made the Governor General of Bengal, and the presidencies and the governors of Bombay and Madras were made subordinate to the Governor General of Bengal. Okay. So the first Governor General of Bengal, first Governor General of Bengal was Warren Hastings. Okay, so do not confuse between the Governor General of Bengal. Earlier it was the earlier post, and later the post was Governor General of India. Okay, so this is Governor General of Bengal, Warren Hastings, and the Governor General of India, first Governor General of India was Bentinck. Okay, first Governor General of India was Lord Bentinck. So see, when this was done, means the governors of Bombay and Madras were made subordinate to the Governor General of Bengal. Okay, so it was decided that the subordinate governors of Madras and Bombay will not conclude any kind of peace treaties. Okay, the presidencies of the governors of the presidencies, the governors of the subordinate presidencies. See, subordinate means junior. ठीक है, इनका किरदार नीचे कर दिया गया और उनका पोस्ट ऊपर कर दिया गया. ये लोग मतलब मद्रास और बॉम्बे के जो गवर्नर थे प्रेसिडेंसी के, वो लोग बंगाल के अंदर काम करते हैं. सबॉर्डिनेट का मतलब जूनियर. ठीक है, द गवर्नर ऑफ द सबॉर्डिनेट प्रेसिडेंसी were not to conclude any treaties, war or any kind of agreement with local rulers. Okay, and it was decided that the governors of the subordinate presidencies will not conclude any kind of treaty, peace, war. Okay, peace, treaty, war, or peace or any kind of agreement with any local rulers. Okay, unless and until taken prior approval from the Governor General of Bengal or the directors of the company in Britain. Okay, with the local ruler, unless and until prior Governor General of Bengal or the directors of the company in Britain. Okay. And also the subordinate governors could impose war, okay, unless and until any compelling circumstances do not come, okay. Unless and until approval was taken from the Governor General of Bengal or the directors of the company in Britain. Unless any compelling prior approval was necessary, okay, when not any kind of compelling circumstances prevail, okay, then they have to take prior approval. If the circumstances were not cordial, then they could take immediate action, okay. Right, like this. They could not take any immediate action they could not take any immediate action until the situation or circumstances demanded so. So the immediate action was forbidden, okay, unless and until the circumstances arises to take an emergency step, okay. One more point. The Governor General of Bengal could suspend the governor of Bombay and Madras. Okay, Governor General of Bengal could suspend the governors and its council, governors and its executive council. Executive council. Okay, governor and its executive council of Bombay and Madras. Okay, so a central kind of government, the foundation of central kind of administration was laid down with the enactment of regulating act. Now the Governor General of Bengal was the supreme or the head of the administration, okay, in India. See, this laid the foundation for unitary type of governance. Some time back also I told you that this is the foundation for the central governance. Okay, so central or the unity type of governance. Okay. Now see, establishment of Governor General Council, or you can say Executive Council. Executive means कार्यपालिका, okay? And if it is elected, then it is known as legislative. So if elected members were inducted into the council, then it would have been said that legislative council, okay? So the members of the council were selected by the director. So it was told that, so it is said as executive council, okay? अगर काउंसिल के मेंबर चुनाव लड़के आते हैं, ठीक है, तो ये लेजिस्लेटिव काउंसिल कहलाता है, विधायिका वाला काउंसिल। लेकिन यहाँ क्या हो रहा है, सिलेक्शन से आ रहा है। जो मेंबर्स होंगे मतलब काउंसिल के, जो गवर्नर जनरल के काउंसिल के मेंबर होंगे, वो किसके द्वारा सेलेक्ट करके भेजे जाते थे, कंपनी के कोर्ट ऑफ डायरेक्टर के द्वारा, ठीक है। इसलिए ये एग्जीक्यूटिव काउंसिल कहलाता है, ठीक है। Establishment of Governor General Executive Council, okay? See, so the Governor General's Executive Council was to be consisted of Governor General's Executive Council was to be consisted with Governor General, okay, plus executive plus four members as executive, okay? Governor General plus 4 members as executive council, okay? So who was the Governor General? Warren Hastings. And the other 4 name of the other 4 members were General Claverie, okay? General Claverie, Richard Barwell, okay? Colonel Monson, and 4th was the Philip Francis. So these 4 persons were the members of the Executive Council of Governor General, okay? So these were General Claverie, Richard Barwell, Colonel Monson, and Philip Francis, okay? Now see, it was directed for the Governor General to act in accordance with the advice of his Executive Council. Governor General was henceforth required to act in accordance with the aid and advice of his Executive Council. Okay. The regulating act made mandatory that the Governor General was henceforth to be in accordance with the aid and advice of his members of his executive council. Okay, so the decision was taken by the Governor General. Okay, decision taken by Governor General. Okay, according to majority vote of his executive council. Decisions was required to be taken by the Governor General according to the majority votes of his executive council, and his executive council consisted of Governor General plus 4 councillors. Okay, Governor General plus 4 councillors. So in case of tie, okay, Governor General, in case of tie, Governor General was given power to vote. Okay, Governor General could vote only in the case if the vote was tied. Okay, on any issue. So now see, in order to give consistency and the stability, and stability to the administration, the tenure of the councillor was fixed for 5-year term. See, प्रशासन को स्थायित्व प्रदान करने के लिए एग्जीक्यूटिव काउंसिल के जो मेंबर्स थे उनका कार्यकाल 5 सालों के लिए फिक्स कर दिया गया. ठीक है, and also these councillors were to be selected or nominated by councillors were to be appointed on the recommendation of the Board of Directors. Okay, by the Crown. See, the councillors or the members of the executive council was to be appointed by the recommendations of the Board of Directors, okay, to the Crown. Okay, and appointment was to be made by the Crown. Okay, recommendations was to be given by the court of directors to crown, and crown was to give appointment to the councillors or the executive members of the council. Okay, and similarly the members could also be dismissed in the same manner as it was appointed. जैसे इनका नियुक्ति हुआ उसी तरह इनको हटाया भी जा सकता था, ठीक है, मतलब क्राउन के द्वारा ही, ऑन द रिकमेंडेशंस गिवन बाय द कोर्ट ऑफ डायरेक्टर. ओके, so establishment what were the let me repeat what I have taught. See, रेगुलेटिंग एक्ट के तहत सबसे पहले क्या किया गया, गवर्नर ऑफ बंगाल वाज नॉमिनेटेड एज द गवर्नर वाज डेसिग्नेटेड नॉट नॉमिनेटेड, गवर्नर ऑफ बंगाल वाज डेसिग्नेटेड एज द गवर्नर जनरल ऑफ बंगाल एंड द प्रेसिडेंसीज ऑफ मद्रास एंड बॉम्बे वाज मेड सबऑर्डिनेट टू इट. मतलब जो बंगाल के जो गवर्नर थे उनको गवर्नर जनरल ऑफ बंगाल बना दिया गया, ठीक है, और जो मद्रास और बॉम्बे जो प्रेसिडेंसी था ब्रिटिश इंडिया का उसको उनके गवर्नरों को उनके सबऑर्डिनेट बना दिया गया, ठीक है, मतलब उनके जूनियर बना दिया, उनके देखरेख में वो लोग काम करते हैं, ठीक है. जब तक कि कोई अचानक कोई इमरजेंसी सिचुएशन ना उत्पन्न हो जाए तब तक परमिशन उनसे लेना पड़ता, मतलब गवर्नर जनरल से, मद्रास और बॉम्बे के गवर्नरों को, ठीक है. फिर लॉ बनाने से लेके युद्ध और चाहे शांति बहाल करने से लेके, मतलब हर चीज़ के लिए वो लोग डिपेंड हो गए निर्णय के लिए किन पे, गवर्नर जनरल पे या फिर कोर्ट ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स ब्रिटेन में थे उन पे, ठीक है. अगर कोई अचानक से कोई ऐसा सिचुएशन ना उत्पन्न हो जाए तब उस केस में, लेकिन अगर कुछ रातों रात हो जाए, जो संदेश भेजने में वहाँ तक समय लग जाए, तो फिर वो लोग डिसीजन लेने के लिए स्वतंत्र होते हैं, ठीक है. उसके बाद क्या हुआ, उसके बाद इस्टेब्लिशमेंट ऑफ गवर्नर जनरल काउंसिल. ओके, तो गवर्नर जनरल का काउंसिल का निर्माण किया गया, उसके मेंबर्स नियुक्त किए जाने लगे किसके द्वारा, कोर्ट ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स के द्वारा, मतलब उनके कोर्ट ऑफ डायरेक्टर के रिकमेंडेशन पे, उनके सलाह पे, क्राउन के द्वारा, मतलब ब्रिटिश के जो रानी थी, ब्रिटेन की रानी, वो नियुक्त करती थी, ठीक है, ऑन द रिकमेंडेशन ऑफ कोर्ट ऑफ डायरेक्टर, ठीक है. कोर्ट ऑफ डायरेक्टर के सुझाव के दिए गए सुझाव के अनुसार ब्रिटिश क्राउन इनको नियुक्ति करती थी, ठीक है, और इनका कार्यकाल पूरे 5 वर्षों के लिए फिक्स कर दिया गया, ठीक है. नाउ द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज establishment Supreme Court, establishment of Supreme Court at Fort William. कोलकाता. See, Fort William is the same place which I have discussed in my previous lecture. Okay, this was a fortified village of Sutanati. Okay, Fort William, where the company fortified this village to construct his factory, to establish his factory. He fortified Sutanati. Okay, and Sutanati village raised and fortified in 1698 to build factory. सुल्तानाती एक विलेज था, मैंने बताया था कोलकाता 3 गांव मिलकर बने थे, सुल्तानाती, सुल्तानाती, गोविंदपुर and Kalikata and Kalikata. These were the three villages which later developed into the city of, or later the city of Kolkata. These things I have discussed in my previous lecture. Okay, so Fort William was the place where Supreme Court was established. Okay, see. Provision was made to establish Supreme Court at Fort William. Okay, and Supreme Court was to be consisted of Chief Justice plus 3 other judges. Okay, in order to impart justice to local people as well as to English servants. Okay, servants of the company. Okay, to impart justice to Indian as well as servants of the company. Okay, see, if the Indian citizen was willing to obey the decision of the Supreme Court, okay, it was not a pressure on the Indian, okay, to obey the justice provided by Supreme Court. Okay, but if an Indian citizen willingly, okay, comes to Supreme Court and abide by its decision, okay, if he is firm that he will obey the decision of the Supreme Court, then only Supreme Court used to provide justice to Indian citizens. Okay, otherwise it was established to give justice to the servants of the company. Okay, next, and also Supreme Court was to impart justice for a court case not more than ₹500. और सुप्रीम कोर्ट जो था वो 500 रुपए तक का जो भी केस होता, इस 500 रुपए तक का जो भी सिविल मैटर होता या उससे रिलेटेड जो भी होता प्रॉपर्टी का केस, वही देखने के लिए ये था। अगर प्रॉपर्टी या केस उससे अधिक का होता तो वो नहीं सुनवाई करता। ठीक है, 500 रुपये फिक्स था कि 500 रुपये तक का जो प्रॉपर्टी था, अगर उसमें किसी तरह का क्षति हुआ है तो उसके लिए उसके केस के हियरिंग के लिए सुप्रीम कोर्ट में जाया जा सकता था। ठीक है, नो नेक्स्ट, say it was made mandatory for the Governor General and his councils, okay, that any law, ordinances or bill will be valid if it got accent from the Supreme Court. Any law, ordinance or the bill which was prepared by Governor General Governor General's Council. Any law or ordinance or bill formulated by Governor General's Council will be valid. Okay, will be valid or was valid if it got assent from the Supreme Court. Okay, and if the Supreme Court was not satisfied, then the law or ordinances formulated by the Governor General's Council was to be invalid. Okay. See, one thing more. Governor General's Council, Governor General and his council, as well as members as well as judges of Supreme Court. Governor General and his council as well as judges of Supreme Court were immune from the arrest by the police. Okay, into the matters related with civil cases. Okay, Supreme Court were immune from arrest in civil cases. ओके, क्रिमिनल केस में नहीं, लेकिन सिविल केस में उनको जैसा अभी भी है, ठीक है, जैसे राष्ट्रपति को और भी जो गणमान्य लोग हैं उनको छूट दी जाती है सिविल केस में अरेस्ट होने से, ठीक है, तो उसी प्रकार यहाँ भी था, ठीक है, कि अगर सिविल का केस है तो उनको अरेस्ट नहीं किया जाता, ठीक है। वन थिंग मोर, गवर्नर जनरल एंड इट्स काउंसिल was empowered to make laws or ordinances and it was to be valid only when it was in consistent with the laws of the British Parliament. See, Governor General and its council was empowered to enact any ordinances or laws, okay, and it was to be valid only if and only if it was inconsistent with the laws and regulations of the British Constitution or British Parliament, okay, and it was to be invalid if it was not inconsistent with the laws of the ब्रिटिश पार्लियामेंट। ओके, मतलब गवर्नर जनरल और उनके काउंसिल, एग्जीक्यूटिव काउंसिल के मेंबर के द्वारा जो कोई भी कानून बनाया जाता वो वैलिड होता, लेकिन तब जब वो ब्रिटिश पार्लियामेंट के कानून के अनुरूप होता, ठीक है। वहाँ का कानून अगर यहाँ के कानून में अंतर होता, अलग होता दोनों में, तो वो इनवैलिड हो जाता, ठीक है। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट राइट ऑफ शेयर होल्डर, राइट ऑफ शेयर होल्डर्स ऑफ द कंपनी it was made mandatory that any person with a minimum investment in the company with any person with a minimum investment of 1,000 pound, okay, in the company. Minimum investment was fixed for was fixed 1,000 pound in the company to be eligible to elect or take part into the proceedings of the election of the members of court of directors. See, in the Regulating Act, it was made mandatory that any person who invested not less than 1,000 pound of rupees of money was to take part in the proceedings of the election of the members of Court of Directors. Okay, this restriction of 1,000 pound was made by the Regulating Act. Priorly, means before Regulating Act, it was 500 pound only. Before Regulating Act, this restriction was 500 pounds only. Okay, to take part in the proceedings of the election of the members of Court of Directors. Okay, and also I told you in my previous lecture that there were 24 members in the Court of Directors. Okay, and they were to hold and they were to hold offices for a term of 4 years. Okay, with 1/4 of their members retiring every year. See, it was also made mandatory to give stability and consistency to the administration of East Indian Company. Okay, it was made mandatory that the members of the Court of Directors, who were 24 in numbers, were to hold their offices for a term of 4 years. Okay, and 1/4 of the members were to be retired every year. Okay, मतलब ये जो 24 मेंबर थे कोर्ट ऑफ डायरेक्टर के, ये 4 सालों के लिए अपने पद पर बने रहते हैं और 1 के 4 जो मेंबर थे, इसके सदस्य थे, वो हर साल रिटायर करते, ठीक है, ताकि जो ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी का जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन था वो सुचारू और निरंतर रूप से चल सके, ओके, बिना व्यवधान के, टू गिव consistency and stability to the into the affairs of the East India Company. Okay, it was made mandatory. See, रेगुलेटिंग एक्ट आने से पहले कोर्ट ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स का जो कार्यकाल था वो 1 सालों के लिए था, 1 साल के लिए. प्रायर टू रेगुलेटिंग एक्ट the term of office of court of directors were for 1 year. Okay. But in regulating act, a provision was made to hold the office for 4 years. Okay. So thank you, all of you. I have finished my the topic of regulating act. Okay. And in the next class, we will see the next topic. Okay. So thank you.